My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is October 31st, 2024. It is 11:26 a.m. I should be at the gym, but I was working on some of the things that I did this morning, which I finished. I record them. I upload them already. There's the timestamp for them. But the thing is that my kids have half a day. I don't know if they took their keys. I don't want to be at the gym and then they're calling me and I have to rush back. So I said, let me kill some time. Let me record some of the things that I left. I would have been recording later tonight. So I have about 12 tweets. These I would like to record now and I'll get to them whenever. And this is the speech that Kamala Harris did. This is the full version. So I don't know if I want to go over it, but I did a video, which you guys probably already seen, that someone put a thread and I went over it, give my opinion like I normally do when I view a video. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. I put it separate. But I want to do these. These are 12 tweets. Okay, so let's look at the background of this channel, because the two recordings that I did this morning, one is an output of Pure Service. The second one, which I just finished, is on Pure YTE. It's like a continuation of what I did on output of Service, and then I continue it on Pure YTE. So this one has a little bit, I think the first tweet that I just grabbed, which I will be sharing with you once I go on Twitter, is a different view of NATO, where Harry was on the screen. I think they did a Zoom call, a meeting or something like that. So I will share that with you. So let's look at the background for this channel. 4,453 subscribers, new subscribers welcome. Estimate revenue $113.63. Analytics, it should be much more than that because every day I have a video. 432 views in the last 48 hours. All right, so let's go on Twitter. This is the first tweet. Okay, so all the images I've been sharing with you has a different angle and it then show the entire room like it does here. I mean, we don't see the entire room fully, but this is another perspective of it. So there's Harry on the screen here. So they're probably having some meeting, not probably, they are having a meeting discussing information. I will leave the link of the article, this article. I'm not gonna read it here. I read it on the first video that I did this morning on output of Pure Service, but I will leave the link of this in the description for you guys if you guys wanna read it. It explains everything, okay? So let's get started. The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. This is the Lord's doing and it's marvelous in our eyes. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, and his role as patron of Invictus Games and a veteran, briefing NATO generals and personnel. My goodness, that's an ad. Let's pause it. Okay, Prince Harry is a leader, a voice of authority, but also his mother's son, full of wisdom, love, and compassion for others. Okay, love your post. Thanks for posting. This is the Lord's doing. 100% it is. God's hand is on Harry and Meghan's life. The trajectory has changed, and what a beautiful view it is. Harry and Meghan are movers, shakers. Thou shalt not touch my anointed ones, God warns. Prince Harry is chosen and anointed by the Most High. The view of King Harry looks amazing. Okay, so there's that here. I was thinking of something. I forgot. All right, let's go to the next one. If I remember, I'll bring it back up again. All right, so this is something that I shared, and it making reference to Meghan's cousin. When Meghan was in the UK, what's his name? It's something Mookie Betts or something like that. He's a baseball player, and at the time he was in the team of Red Sox when Meghan was in the UK. So his team now, which is a Dodger, just won the World Series. So I post that to share with the squad. Okay, pound Sussex squad. I haven't followed baseball quite some times now. This post is talking about Meghan Markle's distant cousin. All right, so this image was taken maybe 2 or 3 days ago. Unfortunately, they were playing with my team, the Yankees. I'm still a Yankee fan, but I'm happy because it's Meghan's cousin. All right, so there was an issue, I think game 4 or game 3, where the one of the Yankee fans grabbed the ball from that's Meghan's cousin to remove the ball from his hand, but I think they were rejected. So I don't know what happened to the spectator, the fan. He may not be able to come back in any games at all for what he did. You're not supposed to interfere with the game, so he was interfering with the game. They're removing the ball from his glove. I mean, what kind of thing is that? Anyway, so that's Meghan's cousin here, and this is when they met in the UK. This is the team that he played with. Okay, distant cousin Mookie Betts and Meghan Markle finally met in London. There they are here. All right, so this is a tweet that made reference to him, so let's go to it. I'm not gonna go to all of the comments, okay? Not even all, none of the comments. Okay, Mookie Betts is the only active position player with 3 World Series wins. 2018 with the Red Sox, that's the team that he was in when he met Meghan in the UK. 2020 and 2024, the Dodgers. Okay, so that's that. Let's leave that alone. Let's go to the next one. This should have been on Pure YT. It is a little bit more light-hearted type of tweet, but I put it here since I already record for the other channels. All right, next one. The last thing Kamala Harris needed at this juncture of the game was an own goal from U.S. President Joe Biden. All right, now I remember why I put this. Because the comments, they did not, the way the narrative, the push that they're trying to do, similar to the UK. Okay, the people who read those comments then buy it the way they wanted it to. I'm not gonna read the article. Okay, true, but look at the root cause. Okay, Bill Clinton too. I smell a rat. Okay, that was a, what is that? These are new. When I first saw it, I didn't see these comments here. One up from President of the United States. What is that here? Okay, MAGA or not garbage. This is the aftermath of a MAGA rally. Oh my God. Okay, these are brand new. I didn't see this when I first came across it. They left all of this, including chairs and everything. Oh my God. Okay, nonsense. Where are the comments? These are the comments that I saw here. Okay, calling the right out for who they are is not our own goal, and this is America. No soccer analogies. Okay, the last thing. Okay, these are the comments that made me put this on the list. The last thing she needed was the media to glom onto made up gaffe. When it is questionable and it's clarified immediately, it is on you. You are so eager to manufacture something, but at the same time ignore so much that Trump says and does. Get the F out of here. All right, so there's that. Okay, apparently you missed the garbage truck parade and want to keep talking about this. All right, Trump has called Democrats communists and Marxists and enemies of the state and much worse. Why the double standard when it comes to Biden? Okay, this is the thing here. The people are calling the media out, because what happened here is that the media, the Republican, okay, they're taking a page out of the UK. You saw, I've shared so many tweets and videos of the UK sending their nonsense to the US to start blind the people. The same way the GOP took a page out of the UK, the same way Kamala Harris took a page out of Harry and Meghan. This is why she did not speak to them at the beginning of her campaign, once Joe Biden told her that he's not running, that she should go ahead and run and things like that. Okay? So once she got the nomination, she did not speak to any of the medias. She went to the people, let the people know who she is and what she has done and what she planned on doing. She didn't speak to any of the medias. They were crying, not really crying, but they were saying, oh, she doesn't speak to the media and all of that. But what she was doing, she was avoiding things like this post, so they don't take sound bites from whatever she might say out of context to make the people, make their mind or something like that, based on the nonsense, the narrative that they want to script about her. So she avoid them as much as she can. But as we started getting closer to the election and things like that, people start voting. I don't think when she spoke to CNN, early voting started, but she eased herself a little bit at a time to mainstream media. First, I think I spoke about it, different outlet that she spoke, and then she started talking to influencers, the podcasts and things like that. And then it seems like now, after Trump have already messed up, I think the GOP felt like they had it in the bag. So knowing that the blueprint of Russia and the UK, they felt like they had it, I think. I mean, we're not at January, we are not, November 5th yet, or at least November 6th to know that who won, but they thought they had it. This is why he felt so confident to say whatever he wants. All right, but what really messed it up completely was MSG, Madison Square Garden, and then now got another group routed up. Okay? Anyone who's not white should be very careful. I don't think they want anybody on their team. Just them. All right, so let's see here. Apparently you missed the garbage truck. Okay, so I read that. Trump has called Democrats. Okay, I read all of this. Gaff, there's the question mark here. He was just being honest on how all Dems see us. Deplorable Nazis, fascists, racists, also gaffes. Yeah, keep trying. Next. Okay, LOL. Or a media landscape picking up on one non-gaffes and ignoring all the insult that the Trump campaign said in Madison Square Gardens. Okay, so there's that. Let me read this one and then that's it. Yep, tell the president what he has to say or do, like you were doing for last 4 years. Okay, so there's that. Let's go to the next one. Now this is CNN, and I responded. What did I say here? Girl, our prayers. Okay, I'll come back to this because I put a prayer here. What was this? I forgot what it was. Oh, it's a media. Let's see here. At Scott Jenkins, Kentucky, you're a pathetic lying coward F. How much does Trump pay you to deep throat him? Watch Lee McGowan destroy Scott Jennings. Okay, it's 1 minute and 12 second screenshot. Okay, let's listen.
I was sort of taken aback by the absolute full-on attack on Trump. We've heard it all before. It sounded a little frantic to me, to be honest, this close to the end of the election. I took a few notes. Again, they're still pushing the lie about Project 2025. It doesn't matter how many times she says it. Donald Trump did not write it. He has disavowed it. This is not his agenda. He has his own campaign agenda. It is not Project 2025.
No, it's a
Wait a second. There's a video I came across. I don't know if I have it on the list, where Trump literally talking about Project 25. Oh, damn. Now I'm going to have to look for it at some point. But let's finish this.
47, which is exactly the same as Project 2025. And you can say that as many times as you want, Scott, but it's not true. So just to sit here and say, I've said this a million times and it's not his plan. His plans are, that's a very smug way to look at me, my friend. The thing is that what we're doing is we're talking about what she's planning for us. And you're saying 100,000 people, psh, she could draw that anywhere if it was in Washington, D.C. You're totally overlooking what she has done here. She's brought together 100,000 people to say, I look forward to the future. I will be a president for everyone, and not just a president for the people that I like. And if you look at it in contrast to what we looked at Madison Square Gardens, which said, hey, man, we don't like you, we don't like you, we don't like you, we don't like you, we're not for you, we're not for you. And she's saying, everyone is an American. Everyone will be taken care of. And to the point that we were making earlier, she's saying, here's what the future looks like under me.
Oh, damn. I would love to hear so much more. Okay, bet he wants from you. He sure did already. There's that. Good on her. Calling him out on that smug look he tried to pull. I usually say someone needs to smack the smug off that face, but he's probably going to be put to rest before his arrogance runs dry. Okay, she's awesome. He's a lying coward. Alright, so let's go back. There's more comments on this. Oh, I thought it was a... I love Lee. She knows her... There's the word here. So egotistical. He's never wrong. I feel bad for Lee when he is on set. Okay, he's a smug SOB. Okay, as if you need another reason to not watch CNN. You can't deep throat 2-inch. Oh my God. Let's go to the next one. If I come across that video where Trump was talking about Project 25, you know what? Let me see if I could find it. Okay, I'll come back to this. This is something I just put on my list to share with you. But this is the thing that I was talking about. Okay, this is Kamala Harris who put that. I think that's her. Okay, maybe, I don't know, could be somebody else. But anyway, this is the audio that Trump was talking about Project 25. Breaking, in a stunning announcement, after distancing himself from Project 2025, Donald Trump announced he will appoint Tom Homan, Project 25 author, on day one. Retweet to make sure all Americans see this and know Donald Trump is Project 25. Okay, 28 seconds. I mean, to tell you the truth, he's just a puppet. All these key players in the background, okay, they the one who's running the show. We don't see their face all the time, but they're using him, and we cannot have this where the person who we're voting for can't even think for himself. When you ask him basic question, I'm not into business type of things, but certain people who are businessmen or businesswomen are talking about technical aspect of business. Trump is nowhere near at these people's level. But you cannot have a empty brain to run a country where so many people have give up their lives to put it at that level, and then to just hand it out to this guy, and for anybody to just come and do whatever it wants. And this, in one video, I remember saying, I don't know which channel I said it, and I said, when you're giving kids, your kids things, you need to let them know, be aware the value of things. This is the damn thing as well here in the US. I probably was talking about the royal family with William and Harry and things like that. When you're giving, you keep on giving things to kids without letting them know how hard you work for it, the precious, what you did to get it for them to value it, they will never appreciate it. This is what it is right now for the US. This guy doesn't care about nothing. All he cares about is money. Money comes and goes. If you have the energy to work, you could do it. You will always have money if you have the mind behind it. Look at Harry and Meghan, for instance. Harry in particular, because Meghan was always a hard worker. Harry too. But when you look at the institution, William, all the things that gonna be left for him, it's thousands of years waiting for him to just do whatever he wants. Does he understand the value of all of the things? Even though I'm not saying I'm all for it, but the people, the countries, the religion, the culture they destroy for him to have it. Does he understand it? Okay? And there's Harry, who's always thinking, who creatively creating stuff. Okay? He left with pretty much the ideas were in his brain. So once he stepped outside of the palace wall, okay, you could pat him down. Did you take anything from the institution? This and that. I'm just saying, okay. But everything was in his brain. He could walk into a room and look how the room is designed or something like that. Let's say you send an architect or something like that. He look at the way the floor is laid out. Okay, they could pat him down as he leave the house or the castle, whichever place, okay, to make sure he didn't take anything. But everything is in his brain. Once he get home, he just took a piece of paper, pen and pencils and rulers, and then draw the plan based on memory. So this is Harry. He left, and then look at what he has built for a short amount of time. Some of his project have a coalition of $3 trillion.
Travelers will be in New York for Climate Week, celebrating our 5th anniversary. Since we launched in 2019, we have brought together 11 of the world's biggest and often competing travel and technology brands to work together on bringing sustainable tourism to the mainstream. Today, we are a $3 trillion coalition.
Trump does not understand a damn thing. There is no value behind anything that he has. All he cares about is money. But meanwhile, you have so many vets, so many people's children, fathers, mothers, who have sacrificed so much for this country to be where it is now. And this idiot is gonna go and just destroy it. We already have a taste of his presidency. Thousands of people died because of his carelessness. He doesn't care about any Americans. He does not care. And this is why every group within that makes America what it is, he just trashed them. Okay, so let's read this. Okay, I read it already, but let's listen. It's 28 seconds.
Do you already have like plans, proposals ready to go if you get elected? You start the deportation process.
Oh my God!
You start sealing off the border and doing executive orders, whatever it takes, whatever's within your power.
Done.
It's already done, ready to go.
You've seen Tom Homan. He's coming on board. They're all coming. The whole group is coming on board. Brandon Judd. These are all guys. We had the border the best.
It
is sad. And this is the thing as well. And these are things I highlighted throughout, since I started talking about Harry and Meghan and bring some politics into things. It doesn't matter which group or which culture, whatever you were born in. But when you see another group is going through some stuff, you need to speak up to the best of your abilities. But remember, your safety is numero uno. You are first. But this guy was putting children in freaking cage. Who's okay with that? I shared these things in some of my old videos. I don't know which channel, probably PYTE at that time. He's putting kids in freaking cage. I will never forget this. That was way before I was on social media. I don't even think social media, maybe it was, but I wasn't in the mood of creating anything. There were these people who were crossing the border. Okay, I'm not saying it's right or I'm for it or anything like that, but there are some people who know the struggle. They will leave gallons of water in the desert for those people who's making it hard time. This border patrol who saw it, instead of taking the water for himself and bring it someplace, you see him in front of the camera, literally spilling the water down. I'm like, these people are freaking careless. There's no passion, no empathy, nothing within them. They're just freaking savage. These are the people, this is what he wants to turn the country into. And then there's one video I was watching, and then which one? If I see it, I probably will. I'm not gonna look for it. But they were asking one of those people, what is the meaning behind some of the things that Republicans are after for dissing so many groups, cultures, black, brown, you name it. And they're saying patriarchy. And to keep the white supremacy alive and things like that. But when you're looking at, if this is what they wanted, why are they going across the world destroying people who's living peacefully? Middle East, for instance, and America, the way America was, Native American, they destroyed them, and those that left, oh my God, so many ways to go with that. Why can't they stay on their little corner in Europe and do their things? But you're looking at this, what's this guy? Putin killing people left and right, throwing bombs, no matter how he feels like. I don't know if there are any thinking behind the way he's throwing bombs at civilians left and right. So their thinking, their mindset, the way they do things does not make sense to me. These people are freaking savages. Oh my God. So that's that. I don't want to go in the comment. There was another thing I wanted to share with you. I think it has to do with abortion. While I was looking for Trump's video. Is this it? Nope. Let me go back. Let me pause and look for it. Or maybe I'll see it through here. Let's go back. Never mind. Let's go. Let me pause and look for it. Okay, so this is the video that I saw, and I retweeted it, and this is my comment of retweeting it. Wow, sad, very sad. Rest in peace to those who had passed due to this abortion ban. Wow. Okay, so let's go into it. Let me pause it. There will be a screenshot, okay? Another young mother is dead because of Trump's abortion ban. Women can even receive basic care for miscarriage. Either they die or they jailed. Morning Joe, Scott, okay, it's not tagged. She just mentioned Morning Joe, Scott Jennings, Soto de Mayor, Trump supporters, Screw Your Freedom, President of the United States, cheating, Harry Surge. Okay, so let's listen to that. It's 2 minutes and 6 seconds. I didn't have it on the list, but since I came across it, I saw it. It was on my like while I was looking for Trump thing, and I saw it and I decided to add. Let's listen to this. Okay, screenshot.
I'm going to do my best not to totally lose it, but I can't promise anything because I don't know how many more of these stories I can take. ProPublica has published another story of a woman killed by an abortion ban, this time in Texas. And she was young and in her 20s. Like, there's something about this picture that is just like haunting me. She was having a miscarriage, and because of Texas's ban, they could not give her treatment because her fetus still had a heartbeat. And so they had to wait until she got sicker and sicker. And by the time they were legally allowed to treat her, it was too late, and she died of an infection, a completely preventable infection. The thing that is just, it's like, I'm so sad for this family, but I'm also so livid. And the thing that is making me so angry is knowing what is going to come next. Because what is going to come next is that these groups are going to put out press releases, put out these like bullshit condolences, and say that the law absolutely allowed for doctors to save this young woman's life. And I need people to know that is bullshit. These laws are being interpreted exactly as anti-abortion groups intended them to be. They knew women would die as a result of their laws, and they decided that that was an acceptable loss in order to pass these bans. If you think that that's not true, I want you to ask yourself why they are putting anti-abortion extremists on state maternal mortality boards. Just in Texas, where this woman died, they just put one of the most well-known anti-abortion activists on the state's maternal mortality board so that they could cover up the deaths that are happening because of abortion bans. So as you read this story, as you read other stories, please know that they knew this would happen. They planned for this. They planned for this. They strategized for it. They messaged it. Like 2 years ago, I wrote a piece laying out what they were going to say, what their messaging and talking point strategy was. I want people to remember that while women were dying, while they knew women would die, they were doing fucking PR.
I am very sad, okay? No one should be happy about this. But the thing I just cannot understand, this thing, we are seeing them. Why can't women vote the right way? There's one that I didn't share it with you because I was afraid of what I might say and things like that. Is it that Danica Patrick or something like that? The driver, I think she retired now. She put her support, I think she made it public. Let me see if I could find it. Okay. I didn't want to spend too much time going through my Twitter feed, but I just put, who did Danica Patrick support in this election? All right, so there's this here. Danica Patrick backed Donald Trump in her first, she said that was her first time she's voting of all those time. And then this is who she's voting for. This is the thing I don't understand. So many women see the issues that's going on. When Beto O'Rourke was running for governor of Texas, I thought they got this in the bag, but majority of them don't. You got so many Hispanic in Texas. The governors, the white, whoever's running for those offices, they don't care about them, but yet they keep on voting for them. know what? Before I say something I might regret, let's leave that alone. There was a reason why I didn't put it. All right, so let's go to the next one.
Dear white women, what the is your purpose, huh? What the is your purpose, huh? What the is your purpose? Other than ruining the motherfucking casserole, what the fuck is your purpose other than voting against your better interests? What the fuck is your purpose other than running the motherfucking Kohl's with expired Kohl's cash, knowing damn well that shit been expired since 2010? Talking about, I want to speak to your manager. I want to buy something for my Timothy. It should still be good. It seems like every year white women just keep getting worse. Aren't they getting worse? If you look at the electorate, white women continue to vote for Republicans. Every year it keeps going up. It keeps going up. So my question is, why the fuck should we trust a lily white hoe? White women can't be trusted. Well, no, Kenny, don't be so mean to them. You know, white suburban women are going to get it together. No, you're not. If you ain't got it together then, you ain't going to get it together now. Y'all didn't even vote for your own white sister Hillary. Why the fuck should we trust white women? And the thing that's really pissing me off is we continue to coddle these white women while we keep shitting on black women. We keep shitting on black voters. But we always put all this stock into white women that are never going to fucking show up for us. That's continue to vote against their own better interests. Because why the fuck? And this is the other shit that it pisses me off. Well, shouldn't we blame white men just as much as we blame white women? Maybe. But here's the bullshit that I have a problem with that is, I understand why white men are voting. Because white men are voting for their own better interests, which is keeping power, patriarchy. It makes sense. But why the fuck do a white woman think that she even has a motherfucking say? If she's constantly voting for a white man who's telling her that you don't have agency over your own fucking body. And the reason why y'all don't want to teach critical race theory is not about what's going on in the past, it's what's going on in the motherfucking present. The thing that's confusing me is how the fuck can you hide what's in motherfucking plain sight? We see your lily white racist ass through the motherfucking window. Hi, I'm Carolyn, and I want you blackies to know that niggers in this neighborhood have curfew. Okay, so when the street lights come on, make sure you're in your home, because if you're hanging, you will be swinging. Let's keep it 100, let's keep it a buck. The real reason why these white people don't want their kids to learn about critical race theory is because they don't want their kids to grow up knowing that their parents are fucking monsters. Every fucking day, you guys wake up early in the motherfucking morning, look yourself in the mirror, and you know you ain't shit. You know you're a racist piece of shit. And you don't want your kids to know that you're a fucking monster.
So this is it. This election is it. I've been saying it since right after the last election of 2020. I said we are on life support. Democracy is being held on a string. If we don't do it the right way, we don't vote the right way this time, this is it. This is why Trump is so carefree, saying everything that he planned on doing, because his bases are covered. The UK sent their garbage, sorry to say, because the tabloid over there pretty much tells lies, send their garbage over here to further keep people in the dark. So he felt like he could say whatever he wants. And then if he does become elected, he could say, I warn you guys, I told you I was going to do that. So this is why he feels so comfortable saying whatever he wants. But we keep on praying, and God is on our side. We'll pass through that. Okay, and when we do, we need to remove the electoral college. That's one thing. All right, this is the next tweet. I think I saved this. Extremist Republican Party can't win. Instead of revising their policies so they can appeal to more voters, they prefer to force their extremist beliefs on the voting population by taking away ability to stop them. Because they're laser focused. This is their time. In my humble opinion, they feel like this is it for them. If they don't take it, do a home run or something like that with it, they will never get back to it. So now, while they're insulting so many other groups, and now their eyes are open, I've been praying for a very long time, let the blind see. But it seems like they're doing the work for the blind to see. Like I was saying earlier, when they were putting those migrants, the Mexican, whoever was coming down south, some of them are not Mexican, because from what I've heard, there's, is it Moredo? What's that guy? From Venezuela? Okay, was sending migrants up north and things like that to flood our borders so Trump could have his kind of talking point, so, he could run on that. And then this is another connection with this. One example after another make me losing the key point that I want to say. So when Venezuela was sending their migrants up north, so Trump could run on that. Meanwhile, because from my understanding, Venezuela, there's a dispute with the election. I don't think he won. But what the UK did, we can trust the UK. All right? We cannot trust the UK. They sent their ship, which I shared on my community board. They sent their ship somewhere South America. They give a lame excuse why they're sending the ship. I never heard anything about that after that. But I think it's to give Venezuela the secure, just in case if Biden were to send his troop down there to put law and order for, to spread democracy, this kind of thing. So the UK could say, no, you're not going anywhere, this kind of thing, to protect Venezuela. This is my humble opinion. And I did share that with you somewhere on my community board. It's either PYTE or Team Sussex. All right. So now to get back to what I was saying is that all of this were happening for Trump to run on the border issues and all of that. But Biden did not act. This is why we need a strong-minded individual to be in the position, because all of these things they were throwing at him and he absorbed it. That's Biden, that is. Okay, with the Middle East, the GOP wants to fund the Israel, while Biden wanted to only support Ukraine. So the GOP said, if you're gonna support Ukraine, you're gonna have to support Israel as well. When Israel doesn't need any more support from us, they have enough to defend themselves. So all of these, in order for Biden to sign that bill to support Ukraine, he had to take that. This is what I was saying way before, months leading to this election. We need to put our mask on first. And we have to pray for the Palestinian, because they took so much. It is for us they did that. For us to see the truth, to see what was happening. This is something I think that will go in history. It did not meant to be. It should not have gone this way, because I've been reporting on it until YouTube realized I'm freaking telling the truth, and then they put their community board, they update their policies that we cannot talk about war, we cannot talk about children, cannot talk about all sort of things, death of certain events and all of that. So if I want my channels to remain the way it is, I cannot talk about it with the things that I was seeing. But one thing for sure, I know it was not Palestinian who started that, because I saw videos, literally saw videos of Palestinian who's posting things where you have those people in black uniform coming, breaking their windows, go into their businesses, smash stuff. They wanted a reaction, but the Palestinian did not give them that reaction. So all of that Hamas, maybe it is, maybe it's not, I don't know, but I think there's something much more behind it. But it was not the Palestinian who started it. And for them to go after Hamas without any consideration of people and buildings, this people need to ask Israel why they did that. I could understand. Okay, if you have terrorists, trying to kill you, yes, you have to defend yourself. This I'm 100% for. But there are civilians, there are children in those buildings. Aren't there any tactic? I never served in the military. Aren't there any tactical ways of going to buildings after buildings to make sure the building is secure? They didn't care about all of that. They just bomb it down. They don't care who's inside. You don't see the media talking about any of that. So they were trying to blind the Americans, me, you, and so many other people, to not see what was going on in the Middle East. Meanwhile, the Republican was telling Biden, you need to fund Israel, because they know we were seeing some of the things that were being done, but they were not reporting it. The media was hijacked by them. They shut their mouth, okay, and then they pushing hurting the other group, and then they want us to just go vote blindly. I mean, this is a full baggage for God. And I think Biden saw all of the things that was happening, and he knew if Putin takes Ukraine and then go to the next, it's doomed. Meanwhile, in my humble opinion, some of the things that is happening in the U.S. fully funded and then backed up by UK, because you saw UK get itself out of the EU. There's a reason for that. Why did they lie to the Brits to get themselves out of the EU? Because they had a plan. Now, the plan that they thought they were going to get in 2020 by Trump allowing the pandemic to come in and then say all his BS, thousands of Americans die, and thought that some people will not go and vote. They will be too afraid. Okay, I didn't want to go anywhere, but I made sure to go vote early, put my mask on and go vote early. There was nobody there, and I took a picture somewhere. I don't know if I still have it. Okay, so that was their time. They thought that American will not go and vote, but instead, his group, his MAGAs were dying because they were listening to him. But the rest of us went to vote and we won. And now he's trying to get back in again. We already have an example. That was our taste of him if he had full control. So if he does get back, what he's saying out there, it will happen. We better take his word for it. Okay, so that's that. What did I say here? Extremist Republican Party can't win. Right. So at Madison Square Garden, they trashed a whole group of people and they awakened some Puerto Ricans. And from what I've heard, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in many different states. So Pennsylvania is one of the states that has a lot of Puerto Ricans. And my thing is, with any group, as long as you're not white, any group, let's give some credit to some white people as well. Let's give them credit. This is why I always say we cannot put all of them under the same umbrella, because they see the truth. They're not all of them are as savage as the MAGAs. But when you look at, no matter which group you are, when you see one group going through some stuff, unnecessary pain, you see black men are being shot unnecessarily, say something, do something. Because now, once they finish with one group, they're gonna go to the next. You might be next. Now Trump is saying for the Supreme Court to give him immunity to go after anybody he wants. What makes you think it's not you? What makes you think you're not one of those people he feel like, oh, you should not be existed anymore, and decided to go after you? And then, hey, he could walk free. This, like he said, he could shoot anybody on Fifth Avenue. Nothing will happen to him. Okay? So this is the thing here. People need to say something. All of the example you see African American have gone through, being jailed for years for things they didn't do. You see some police doing stuff with their sticks. I don't want to say it. Killing people because of a black wallet. They give their excuse. They thought it was a gun. So all of this, you have so many children dying in school. We need to do something about it, because America has been under attack for a very long time. But so many of us are so blind. I don't know. Even some influencers trying to persuade people against their best interests. I just don't understand this. That's that. Let's focus on this. Okay, this is why they want to control your vote, then take it away and vote as a household. First dabs, then they will use Trump's loss as further evidence that women shouldn't vote at all. Okay, so what is that here? Male turnout in Pennsylvania for Trump has been a disaster. Unless this changes, Kamala Harris takes PA and it's over. I've seen some other videos where many fathers, husbands, boyfriends and brothers, some of them they vote, they could have easily voted for Trump. But this is the thing with the Republican. They want to take this home. This is their home run with everything because they were waiting for America. This is it. But some of the men who probably could have been MAGAs saying, wait a second, what if this, like that video that I just showed you, that young lady who just died because of a miscarriage, what if it's my sister? What if it's my mother? What if it's so and so? There's one, while I was in the gym yesterday, I was listening to a podcast, and this mother, just like me, has 2 boys, and said, I voted for Kamala not because of whatever. She's voting for Kamala because of her future daughter-in-laws. Okay? And future of whatever for the for her great grandkids or whatever. But she said, I only have 2 boys, but I'm voting for the future, not for me. This kind of thing. Okay? So many of these men who sees the light, they're not voting for Trump or for themselves anymore because they see the nonsense that's going on that could easily be stopped. So they rather stay on the right side of history. Okay, so that's that. I don't want to go too deep into that. I've already talked so much. It's already 45 minutes. Next one. And sometimes when I read some of the comments and people are saying they're not about politics, I'm sorry to say, my videos, PYTE, was supposed to be about politics. But then when I saw what was happening to Harry and Meghan, and I started sharing some of their stuff, and then it took over because people saying they're not on Twitter. And I think it was a good shift for me. The reason is that because, which I've said in some videos, Harry and Meghan were the light that needed to shine so people could see what was going on. Because the exact model that Harry and Meghan were going through in the UK, bam, it's right here in the US. And Kamala Harris, I've shared with you. I don't know if this is their mindset for doing it, but from my perspective, I felt like she took a page out of Harry and Meghan's blueprint by not talking to the media when it was time for her to run her campaign. She avoided the media and did, what she needed to be done to be where she's at now. Okay, so this is the next tweet. So, and in one video I said, I'm sorry, I'm not happy that Meghan had to go through what she went through. But unfortunately, it seems like it was necessary for her to go through it in order to open some people's eyes. Like myself, I knew she existed, never followed her. But the moment I look at her marriage with Harry, and I saw so many other things. Okay, so this is the next tweet. Yes, officer, this man right here. All right, so she retweeted that. There's my comment here. Let me go into it and then I'll come back out. Pause it. Charlie Kirk is upset that Republican women may, quote, undermine their husbands, what? And secretly vote for Harris while telling their husband they voted for Trump, even though the husband works his tail off to make sure that she can have a nice life. There's a video I share with you. It was a TikTok video. This woman was crying her heart out in the video. If I knew where I had it, I will share with you. But it's embedded in one of my videos. One of the things she was upset about is that she did not have any college education. I guess her husband at that time, they had a business, and many of the ideas for creating the business was hers. And then the business was booming, and then they divorced. The husband kept everything. Now she left with nothing. And I shared that video with you. It's probably a year and a half or so. All right. So these men have already subdued their side of the race. But the thing is that this is the problem that they have with other groups, especially African American, because they try to dumb down African American. They can't. We see right through them. When they take, the men, or God, knock on wood, this never happen again, kill the unarmed black men, jail them for years. So the women left defending for themselves so they could see right through their BS. So they are afraid of black African Americans. So they're trying to get to a... But anyway, I could go on with different scenarios of things. But let's listen to this BS. 43 seconds.
And she needs people to basically lie to their husbands, which they are promoting, by the way, which I find that entire advertising campaign so repulsive. It is so disastrous. It is just like
I'll show it in a minute.
It is the embodiment of the downfall of the American family. I think it's so
What?
gross. I think it's so just nauseating where...
But it's true what they said. When you vote, you don't have to tell anybody. It's just you and the thing. I went to vote. They actually, where I vote, the machine is there and then they put a curtain around me. Okay, I could take as long as I want in there. Nobody, unless if I call somebody for help. Okay? So what's the lie there? You don't have to tell anybody anything. That's your business. So all the lies so repulsive that he's saying here, that Trump is saying carelessly, every time he opens his mouth is BS that's coming out of his mouth. So they don't call him out on that. But let's continue, listen.
This wife is wearing you'll show it, wearing the American hat. She's coming in with her sweet husband, who probably works his tail off to make sure that she can go, you know, and have a nice life and provide for the family. And then she lies to him saying, oh yeah, I'm going to vote for Trump. And then she votes for Kamala Harris as her little secret in the voting booth. Kamala Harris and her team believe that there will be millions of women that undermine their husbands and do so in a way that it's not...
Okay, so what does the husband has to do with her decision? This is the same thing with the abortion. Why did it matter to the husband what the wife does? This is the problem we're having here. The distinction with these people. This is something I tell my son, especially my youngest. The moment you left my stomach, I didn't want to say the other word. The moment you left my body, you on your own. So what the hell the husband care of what the woman is doing? Especially for the voting part. Just mind your own damn business. It's pretty much done.
Detectable in the polling. And she needs
it's
people
playing
to
over.
basically...
Alright. What the effing prick. Or perhaps the women work their tail off so that they can have a nice life and have every right to their own opinion and right to vote for whomever they choose. Alright, so let's go back. I don't want to read all of their comments. Alright. So this is the problem. Alright, so there's me here. So why do their husband need to know? They should mind their own business and continue to provide and treat the women in their lives, wife, daughter, the same. Do their husband tell their wives everything? During the RNC, a hookup site was booming. Did some of these men tell their wives? Alright, let me go to the next one. Alright. Okay, I have 3 more. Alright, so let's pause. A sea of people along the monument watching VP Kamala Harris speech tonight after the rally reaches capacity on site of the Ellipse. All right, so there's that here. It's 11 seconds, just showing the view. Okay, so there's a music. I'm probably going to get copyright, so I just muted. That's a lot of people. Wow. That's a lot of people. I've been there a couple times. Look at all the government employees who will be looking for work when 80% of useless agencies are eliminated. Okay? Why? These things there for a reason. That's if Trump get in office. Alright, this is what democracy looks like. Alright, what is that here? I thought that was an ad. November 5th can come fast enough. Okay, the only garbage I see floating out here is Trump's supporters, Joe Biden. I don't know. They love to call people different names, but when they call them, they get upset. And all those people are going to be unemployed in a few weeks. We'll see about that. God is good. Did they pick up their garbage as they left? Probably did. I would love to see the aftermath, because there was I don't know if it's this video that I'm recording on right now. In Trump rallies, there you saw the parking lot full of garbage. This is a lot better than the last time her supporters took to Washington. Alright, what is that here? Let's pause. Okay, it's the bluest district in America. This shit isn't impressive. Who was the headline? If Trump had that many amount of people, I'm sure he would have been very happy. Okay, this crowd, I am in Kamala Harris Ellipse rally, Crown, and DC, and the whole crowd is angry. Pro-Hamas voters chanting whatever. Alright, Joe Biden called half American. Oh, please. Oh, please. All right. When Trump said his nonsense, everybody shut their mouth. Not everybody, but the MAGAs, these people shut their mouth. Okay, he is a MAGA. All right, let's go to the next one. There was a video that I saw. Let me see if I see it. I wasn't going to share this, but when I saw it, I'm still looking for that other video, but this is kind of funny. Biden a few days ago versus Trump today. Look, 9 seconds. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy. That's performative right there. Joe Biden is not running for president. It's the other one. It's trying to ruin the country. Okay, I cannot find the video that I was looking for, but this one, it's worth sharing. Okay, Kamala Harris met the woman who was first in line for her speech at the Ellipse. All right, it's 1 minute and 7 seconds. Let me grab this really quick. Okay, there's a music in the background. I don't know how I'm gonna play this. So pretty much this lady was first online, and she got to meet the vice president, and while she was talking to her, she asked to, you know, she rang her mother to speak with Kamala. And then one of the things that I like is that she asked the vice president, can I hug you? And she got the hug. So that's that. Let me finish with my tweet. Oh my God. Next one. Whatever I was looking for, I didn't see it. So let's focus on that. Okay, my great-grandmother couldn't vote because back then Native weren't allowed to vote. So this election, I vote for her, for Kamala Harris, of course. All right, so these are some of the reason people have behind the choices that they make. This is a man who's saying, you know, back then my great-grandmother, my mother couldn't vote. So he's doing that for her. All right, so let's go to the next one. I do not want to go in the comment. So there's that. All right, so let's pause. So this was when President Biden was going to vote, and what state is it again? It's not far from New Jersey. Oh, I don't know. My mind is it Delaware or something? I don't remember. Okay. Hilarious. The president is waiting in line to vote. I love Joe Biden because he is happy to wait and chat with people. All right. So that was a tweet from C-SPAN. President Biden in line to vote early in Delaware. The name of the state is there, and I was killing my brain for it. And I think I got it right though, Delaware. So it's 1 minute and 1 second. Let's see. Oh my God, the lady gave me, her profile is almost like Miss Doria. I mean, what Biden just did here, to step aside, to see the danger that we are in. This probably was one of the ideas I was thinking, and I forgot about it. Is that with the way they corner him, the GOP around the world, with the media and everything like that, they really corner him to make certain tough decisions. So in order for the country to move forward, he felt like all of those stuff with what's happening in the Middle East, what's happening with Ukraine, he had to, in my humble opinion, this is the way that I'm seeing, but I'm not saying, I'm not speaking for him or on behalf of him, but the way things play out, he's taking all of this with him. That way Kamala Harris could run, and hopefully it people who's paying attention see what's happening. Okay, I love President Joseph Robinette Biden. All right, so let's go to another one. I don't want to go to all of the comment. Next tweet. 2 more. Oh my God, this was the video I was searching for. I had it on the list. That was this one. Do you mean these 75,000 people that you had shuttled in? All right, so they're talking about this, okay? All right, so this is Kamala Harris, who was doing her last speech. I think they call it the closing speech or something like that. And this guy was saying, oh, you shuttle them in. But in a time like this, they probably had shut, how will I say that? Not shut down. They block certain street so you can come in. I don't know if some of you heard what happened to somewhere in California. Trump had his rally. He had people bust in. But after the rally, the buses were not there to bring the people back to where their cars were. So they stranded for hours. So let's see here. It's 1 minute and 22 seconds. Let's listen.
What's up, everyone? I'm like 100 feet away from the entrance to Kamala Harris's big rally in DC, and look what I found.
Okay.
Lines of buses.
So she paid
So
for...
when Kamala talks about her crowd being so large tonight, just know it's all fake.
Look at this.
They were all bussed in. Let's take a walk. Look how long this bus line goes.
Okay, she's making sure the people get back where they're supposed to go. That's the way that I see it.
Going and going and going.
So she thought things too. Whatever he was thinking of doing, I don't think is making a dent.
I think they know they're busted.
Busted for what?
Look, more buses. It doesn't stop.
Okay, at least the people will
Keeps
get back.
Going.
I think
you can hear, the Kamala drums are beating.
It's very sad.
Where did Kamala bus all these people in from?
Some of the
like export PA.
Some people,
I don't know.
The speakers who were at the.
And as you can see, clearly marked. Nothing about Kamala is real. Not even a crowd size.
Oh,
Stay
God.
tuned for more.
I don't know where his head is, but the thing is that some of the speakers, I think there was one who lives in Texas or came from or was raised in Mississippi, was talking about certain regulation. I don't remember, but yeah, some people who want to be there to say that they were there. And I think some of the people who were at Madison Square Garden as well, not all of them are MAGAs. Some of them will probably said, I was there. But anyway, let's read some of the comment here. Okay, there's no room to drive and thousands of cars. You're the reason Trump loves the poorly educated. Let's pause here. Okay, you can add this to your oops salad. I have seen those shuttle buses used for Army versus Navy football games. I'm sure you feel this is funny. And there is always a but, B-U-T-T, at the end. Okay, I'll leave you with good luck. Okay, because we all have a sense of humor. All right, so there's that. Okay, 29 seconds. What is that?
Will start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there.
Not paying them.
And then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People...
Let's see here. Now confirmed the bus company booked by the Trump campaign for his Coachella rally, that's the thing I was just making reference to, refused to return to collect the stranded attendees after Team Trump ignored their repeated requests for payment. So there's that. Right, so let's read some of the comment. Trump supporters shocked by buses since they're so used to having to walk for miles after being abandoned at the Nazi rally. LOL, people are laughing. Okay, they will need 1,500 buses. This is 75,000 people at Notre Dame Stadium. There's that. Okay, you mean they actually provided transportation for people from parking lots outside the venue? Yeah, that's what well-organized campaign do. Okay, that's an ad. So 7,500 buses, you realize that is 7 times more than Greyhound has. Do you remember Trump's Coachella rally fiasco? How he bussed people to the rally from parking lots, but then bussed them back Don't strain your pretty little head too hard thinking about why she have buses too. Okay, the funny thing is, I heard the buses were actually there to pick them back up, unlike Trump's Coachella rally. How dare she not stranded them like Donnie? That's the laugh here. All right, so let's go to the next one. So whatever he was trying to say. Okay, I have one more after this. Okay, what is that? What did I? Okay, so these are things that were trending, and I think I put the link of that. So pretty much, I think the reason I put this, these are the crimes that are being committed by this type of people. And I think this guy had a machete in his hand when people were going voting, so they arrest him. All right, so there's all of that. All right, so let me not go too much under it. This is my last one, is regarding GB News. I forgot why I put it on the list. Okay, so there's this here. GB News fined £100,000 for breaking impartiality rules. Election debate with Rishi Sunak failed to maintain balance, fine Ofcom. Okay, I think the reason I put this, so where they finally fine GB News or something like that, I think this is just a dog bone they throw out, because now with what's going on with American politics, with the media and all of that, to say, look, we're doing the right thing over here, we're finding them this amount. But meanwhile, when Harry was over there, when the papers were saying nonsense about him, he will complain to them they did absolutely nothing, and which is why so many lawsuits Harry have brought on the papers. I think that was the reason I put this. I'm not even gonna read this. So the main thing is they threw a dog bone out there. So if Americans are looking back in the UK to say, oh, GB News got fined for whatever, Ofcom was doing its work or something like that. That's the reason I put this. All right, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check our part of Pew Service, PYTE, and this channel. I did 3 recordings. Okay, so this one, what I just record here, I'm gonna leave it for later. Gonna get ready for the gym. My son should be home. I want to make sure to open the door for them. I didn't want to be at the gym while I'm doing my thing and they didn't bring their keys. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness
happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better